Alright, so a general overview of my bug collection for a friend of mine. Let's start off by I put most of my bugs on one side of my room, so that's how I have them stacked. And most of the containers are on this side is pretty much empty. But let's start with this end. So the top is, there's nothing in there. I used to have some African giant black millipedes in there, but those guys, I find them are just really slow and boring, so I got rid of them. But start off down here. These guys are centipedes that I had already paired up and am expecting eggs from. The two down there are I had to pair them up, and I don't know if they're gonna give me eggs just by their behavior. They look like they're approaching a molt rather than, rather than about to lay eggs or something like that. But anyway, the two the two here are had already had eggs and they ate them, so I wasn't too happy about that. There's one here. This is the three down here are just empty. So the top one here is a female Scolopendra Hero Arizonesis. She is on eggs, and she's been on eggs for about 6 or 7 days now. So yeah, so hopefully she won't eat them. The one down here, this is a male Vietnamese, and this is a female. She, I recently separated her from her babies. She sat on her eggs for about 2.5 months, and she grown pretty thin. So I got a bit, I was a bit concerned about her, and decided to separate her and feed her some roaches to fatten her up again. But her babies they look like they're in good shape, and they were safe to separate, so I decided to do that. But I don't think they're ready to eat yet, so I give it a few more days. Anyway, I used this cover to keep it dark over there and make them feel more secure. In here I have a heat mat. Even though it's warming up, it's been in the mid-70 around here, but I still like to use the heat mat and put partially have the container seated on the heat mat just to supplement them with heat for a faster growth rate. Right here you can see the Hawikii. This is my male Hawikii. And I have some centipedes here I can show you over there. I just don't feel like taking them out right now. So yeah, so let's move over there. And so we're done with that side. These containers are pretty much empty except for, I guess, about 4 of them. I have some Parabuthus transvalicus scorpions there. So yeah, I'm not gonna go too much into them. Anyway, a glass of water. I got some Brachypelma bohemii here. They're about 2 inches. This is actually a Maraca cabocla, but the The Bohemia is right there. I have about 4 of those. Anyway, these are empty. Most of the one, well, actually all of the one in the back are empty. The 8 in the front here are the one that have stuff in them, or centipedes. There's a baby blue centipedes in there, Scolopendra aztecarum. It's actually under the soil. I'm not going to dig it up. But here's a Scolopendra polymorpha. I actually had 4 of these, but I fed one off because it wasn't doing too good. So I know that I was going to die anyway, so I decided to feed them off. Yeah, so these guys are supposed to grow to about 6 inches. They're from a location in Arizona, and my friend was able to catch some for me and ship it to me. So I'll raise them up and let's see how big they get. Oh, they're supposed to be 6 inches. These guys is the kind of like the smaller juvenile Scolopendra aztecarum. They have a nice blue to them and a long terminal leg, or terminal legs, and I think their antenna is kind of long as well. But see how blue they are here? They'll eventually lose that blue as they grow bigger. But these two, along with these two, was given to me by a friend of mine because he has to deploy to Africa next week, so he decided to leave these with me. But this is a Castaniceps and a Heroes mix, and this other one is a Scolopendra Hero Arizonesis. Anyway, moving up. These guys, I have 2 Brachypelma bohemii. 2 of them are 1.5 inch, and the rest here are just Androctonus mortenicus. And these containers are empty. I just have them prepped so that when I separate the baby centipedes, I can have some to put them in. So they're empty. Moving on. Alright, so these are my my feeder system. I have a total of 3. I'm only using 1 right now because I don't need that many feeders at the moment anyway. Let's pull them out. Alright, so I keep lobster roaches for feeders, and they get about, I give them 1 orange every week or every 2 weeks, depending on how big the orange is and depending on how fast they can finish them. And that's pretty much their source of water.